Once upon a time, there lived a young man named KISA GOTAMI in a small village. He was happily married and had a young son whom she dearly loved. One day, tragedy struck as her son fell ill and passed away suddenly. KISA GOTAMI was consumed by grief and could not accept the reality of her son's death. Desperate and broken-hearted, KISA GOTAMI carried her lifeless child from house to house in the village, pleading with everyone she met to help her bring her son back to life. Villagers, seeing her desperation, felt pity for her, but they couldn't bring the child back to life. Finally, someone suggested that she seek guidance from the Buddha, known for his wisdom and compassion. KISA GOTAMI rushed to the Buddha, holding her lifeless child, and begged him to bring her son back to life. The Buddha listened to her story, and then said, "I can bring your son back to life, but I need something from you. Go and find me a mustard seed from a household where no one has ever experienced death." KISA GOTAMI was filled with hope, and immediately set out on her quest. She went from house to house, asking for a mustard seed. But at each doorstep, she encountered the same truth. Every household had experienced the loss of a loved one at some point. As she went through the village, she gradually began to realize that death is an inevitable part of life, and suffering is a shared experience. Finally, KISA GOTAMI returned to the Buddha, empty-handed but with a new understanding. She realized that her grief was not unique, and everyone goes through the pain of loss. The Buddha gently explained to her, "The pain you are experiencing is a part of the human condition. It is the nature of life to experience joy and sorrow. By understanding this, you can find a way to overcome your suffering." KISA GOTAMI listened to the Buddha's teachings and found solace in his word. She decided to join his community and learn from him. Over time, her perspective on life transformed, and she found inner peace despite her loss. The story of KISA GOTAMI teaches us that suffering is a universal part of human existence. While we cannot avoid pain and loss, we can change our perspective and learn to find peace within ourselves. This story encourages us to embrace life's challenges with a compassionate heart and to seek a deeper understanding of the nature of suffering.